4 of Vlogmas. I am working from home today and I am currently on my lunch break, so I have a little time to talk to you and I wanted to catch up with some things. The first thing I wanted to show you is my blocked gradient shawl. It grew quite a lot, I think, when I washed it, and I really like how it came out. As you can see, the rippling on the border really went away. I think it could do with another block, but it's already really nice. And this is coming to work with me. I quite like having a shawl around my shoulders during work because our office can get quite chilly, so I'll just put this around me while working, and I can easily take it on and off when I have to move. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep this on right now because I'm not wearing a handmade knit, so at least I'm wearing something handmade. So yesterday was the 6th of December, today we have the 7th, and I showed you this thing that I got in the advent calendar my best friend made for me. I wanted to give some explanations. In Luxembourg, quite similar to Germany, we celebrate Tag on the 6th of December. So we celebrate Saint Nicholas, and all of the children usually get gifts. And there are so many events where Santa Claus comes and hands out sweets for children. Yes, so this is quite a traditional thing you would receive. Maybe not in a sock like this or a slipper, but we get plates. So when you wake up in the morning, often Santa Claus will have put a plate in the kitchen or underneath the tree with a bunch of sweets, often also some, what are they called? Mandarins, satsumas, and nuts. So walnuts or peanuts. Yeah, that's just a tradition here in Luxembourg. And also all of the children are off school that day. So it isn't a real public holiday in the terms of where everybody does not have to work, but children up to the age of 12 do stay home from school. And this isn't like Santa Claus that comes in the American tradition, like that comes on Christmas Eve. We have Saint Nick or Klesien, we call it Klesien, Saint Nick that comes on the 6th, and then for Christmas Eve it depends on the religion and also just what your background is, where you come from Europe, because Luxembourg is a very diverse country where a lot of nationalities come together. But for my family on Christmas Eve, and also on Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day, it's always the Christ child that brings the presents. Hello, editing Vanessa here from the future. I wanted to clarify one thing. So my family isn't that religious. We do have a Christian background, but we don't go to church very often or not at all anymore. And we aren't very strong believers, especially me. I'm not that big of a believer. I don't judge anyone who is. Everybody has the right to practice their own religion. However, this Christ child thing is something we were told as children, and we believed in as children. And my grandmother was very religious, so this is where that came from. and we still say that, like, we call it Christkindchen. So that, yeah, it literally means Christ child, but it's, I would envision it more like an angel bringing gifts and blessing people for Christmas. Yeah, just wanted to add that little thing just to explain myself a little bit better. And now I will let you go back to my past self and enjoy the video. I thought that would maybe be interesting to hear because we are a very small country, but we do have our own traditions, and it's nice to share them with the rest of the world. The same for my breakfast I showed to you this morning. It was this little kind of brioche guy that we call Boxemännchen, which just translates to pant guy. So pant, like in the thing you wear, guy. Männchen means guy. And yeah, we eat them in the time leading up to Christmas. You can get them in all of the bakeries. The one I had this morning was with chocolate, but they traditionally it would just be the dough without any additives and sprinkled with some powdered sugar. But nowadays you can get them in all kinds of variations. This morning I also showed you me ripping out my Rowena jumper. That was a project I was winding up. I'm going to go more in depth about why I had to rip it out in my next podcast episode, which comes at the end of December. But I just wasn't happy with how the fabric was knitting up, and I think it wasn't the right project for the yarn. But yeah, I'm going to go more in depth about that later on. Yesterday evening we went to a wedding. It was my brother-in-law who got married. So he and his wife have been legally married for a few years already, but they were never married in church, and they wanted to do this now. It was just a small family wedding, so there were only about 20 people, and it was a really lovely ceremony with a live singer. And afterwards we had a lovely dinner together. It was very calm, very cozy, but it was really beautiful. I'm going to, I think, overlay me talking with a few clips that I took during the wedding and during the evening. I'm not going to show any of the people that were there because I don't think they would be comfortable with me showing them online. And it was their wedding. I don't want, to intrude in any way. Okay, so I think later today I am going to give you a little update on my Advent or Christmas project. So see you later. wanted to give you a little update on my Advent project or Christmas project before I finish today's video. So just as a little reminder, I'm knitting the Ghost Whisperer top by Park Williams. 1 second, it's a bit tangled. What have I done? Okay, here we go. And I am currently knitting on the body. It's a bit scrunched up, so it's hard to see and to imagine that this will fit me, but I think the size should be okay. It's just the cable on the needles is a bit small. So last time I showed, it's still tangled. Last time I showed this to you, I was down here. I was almost done with the ribbing, and yes, so I knit another few rounds of ribbing and started on the body. I'm about 13 centimeters in, so I have another 6 to 7 centimeters to go. What I'm doing is I am knitting her recommended body length, but I'm starting her length when I finish my ribbing. So I adding the ribbing underneath the body length to lengthen it a bit and to cinch it in the right place. Just a little update. And I'm still on my first ball, so I'm pretty sure that the 3 balls that I've got should be enough. Now, I also wanted to show you these socks. They are still a bit scrunched up. That were in my advent calendar my best friend gave me today. Maybe this way? No. So it's a little cat with a coffee mug, and it says in German, ich wurde positiv auf müde getestet, which means as much as I've tested positive to being tired, which, true. I'm always tired. Yeah, they're cute. So today is the 8th of December, so it's a Friday, and tomorrow I'm spending the whole day at my best friend's place. We planned a cozy day with another friend, and we will just be crafting, playing some games and watching a few movies. I'm on breakfast duty, so I will bring breakfast and we will stay there the whole day. Just a cozy friend's day. And I will take you along for that, as long as they feel comfortable being filmed. If not, I'll just get some aesthetic B-roll footage without any of them in it. And maybe I can show you the advent calendar I made for my friend, or at least what she has opened so far. I am not wearing a handmade sweater today. I am wearing a vintage Lacoste knitted sweater. I call it vintage. I only have an oversized vintage Lacoste sweater because this used to belong to my dad in the 80s. And it stayed in his wardrobe for another 30 years and now it's mine. But it's super cozy, super cuddly, it's extra long, and it's the perfect sweater for a cold and chilly day where you just want to feel comfortable. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you in the next one, and I wish you a lovely Christmas time and happy knitting.